Hello, my name's Colette. I'm here with your weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday the 25th of January 2016. And I'm all excited about this card. I know we're not meant to have our favourites, but if I have a favourite in the tarot deck, this is it. And I'm excited because not only is it a very positive card, in my own life, whenever I've had it out as a kind of very important card, it's made me remember the year that it came out in. I've remembered it for good things, when I got my first column, when I got my first baby, my second baby, when I met my second husband, all these things. This card was there, and I do enjoy it. Sorry, I've also had a glass of wine tonight, so I might go off track a bit, but there you go. Anyway, it's a Friday night. I normally do these on a Thursday, so here we are. Anyway, get this up so you can see it. This weekly tarot card is called the Six of Swords, and in the traditional tarot decks, it's actually used to be seen as a card of emigration. And there's a man and a woman in a boat, and they're rowing away from one place to another island, and literally leaving the past behind them and moving on to a new location. And from that point of view, it's just a really good card. You can leave the past in the past, travel to a new place. And that's basically the aspect of it that can bring out things like house moves, emigrations, movement onwards in all areas. So why on earth in the Roderick deck, my favourite deck, does it say science on it? Now, if you look at it, it's a magnificent, absolutely magnificent card. Now, it says science. You see this big labyrinth on it, and there's two threads going their way through the labyrinth, and they start off separately at the bottom, and then they meet as at the top and come together, and that's kind of the joy of the cards. In science, you start off, I've got a science background before I come in fully to clairvoyance. In science, you start off with a theory, and then you have to go through various steps like a labyrinth and hopefully prove the theory or not prove the theory. And sometimes, the more that we understand the laws of the paranormal world, we see that they quite match up with the laws of the normal world. And that's becoming more exciting for me, that that quantum physics is actually explaining some of the stuff that clairvoyance can do, etc. And I love that, because although I have my shamanic practice, I am a non-practicing pharmacist, so that aspect fascinates me. Right, so anyway, we've got this card. It looks beautiful, it's bright, the outcome where the two threads come together as flowers and are beautiful, but what does it mean for you in the week ahead, and me, as a general aspect? So I'm going to pull it right up close so you can see it, right? And then I'll put it down. Okay, so basically what we have is the Six of Swords. The aspect of kind of trusting that you start one place, and even if there's blockages, even if it feels a bit like a labyrinth, you're going to end at the correct outcome for yourself. And that's the basis of the card, that there might be twists and turns in the road. There might be places where you get blocked and have to turn back. It's like a big maze. Life is like a big maze. And this card tells you that you will navigate it, and you will get to the correct outcome for you, that you will prove your theory, that you will have your correct answer. And it's just so positive. I can't find much negative in this at all, apart from sometimes we feel a wee bit out of control, because there is the aspect of maybe the universe having a bigger hand in it than, and that can be difficult for some of the more sort of the signs like maybe Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, the earth signs that kind of want control themselves, sometimes find that things moving forward and taking their own course can be difficult for them to work with. But the outcome of this card is good. So if you are an earth sign this week, like myself, just let it flow. See where this maze takes you, and trust that the outcome will be good. And that's the basic meaning of it. But let's look at it in various areas of life. If we take it to career, it's a really good card because it promises that the connections that you make, because it's also the card of kind of universal connections, people coming into your life, handshakes, all sorts of stuff. So it says that the connections you make and the things that you do this week are going to be instrumental in taking you to the correct outcome for yourself in career. So that could be you doing more study, it could be meeting someone that goes on to be your boss or employs you. It could be a sense of you finding that you can leave the past in the past and start something completely new. So in career, it's just a really, really good card. But remember with it that every handshake could be a potential person that's important in career. So watch what you say, watch your attitude, etc. And don't be too bullshit with it, okay? So if we look at health, it's interesting, you know, I read the tarot with a sort of bonker sense at time because I see things on the cards that maybe don't relate to the actual meaning of the card. So in health, I'll let you in my wee secret. I see the labyrinth on this, and because of that, I see the inner ear, and it warns against things to do with the inner ear, balance problems, ear infections, Meniere's disease, and anything to do with a lack of balance would need maybe science or a medic to look at it. So this explanation is very, very specific to me and this deck and my guide, obviously. But I do see it as the need to watch the inner ear. So if you're going to a loud concert or something this week, protect your hearing. If you're going to do something at work that you need to put ear mufflers on, put them on. It's as simple as that. So it's a wee warning about the hearing and the labyrinth of the ear, believe it or not, to me. But when this card comes out in a health spread for someone, and I say this, they normally get back to me and say, you know what? I did hurt my ear, or I've lost my hearing, I need a hearing device, something like that. So just watch out for it. But generally it's more of a warning, but again, it can say that the right outcome will be there as long as the correct path is chosen, and maybe there's a bit of perseverance as well in general health issues. In love, I love it because I see it as the threads of Anam Cara, or soul friends, making their way through the labyrinth of life and meeting. So that can bring a special friend, it can bring your soul connection in a sort of way that you would say was chance, but really isn't. It's the universe just planning it for you, and you're just taking the steps. A bit like sliding doors film when, something happens, you get distracted, you go a different place, and whap, two hearts collide. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely adore it. And in wealth, again, it's more the aspect of moving on from problems. If you've got a few things you have to kind of get through, if you've got a wee bit of a maze in front of you, just persevere, because the outcome will be good for you. So, Six of Swords, lovely card. Every time I've had it for me in a major spread, I've pinpointed the year with something really, really good that happened to me. And we've all got it out for the week ahead, so let's make the most of it. The most of chance connections that aren't really chance connections. The most of moving forward and letting the laws of the universe work for us and just trusting in the outcome. So have a really good week. Enjoy the Six of Swords. Brilliant card, absolutely adore it. So happy it's out this week. Excuse my throat, I've talked all week, and just have a lovely week ahead, and let me know how this card works out for you. Let me know the ins and outs of it. Comment in the comment boxes. If you like this video, give me the thumbs up and maybe subscribe to my channel. There's a good competition going on as well. Anyway, many blessings. Have a lovely week ahead. Bye now.